Welcome everyone, Dr. Thor here with another fascinating radionic instrument. This was made by the property of the Radionic Trust Limited. I don't know what that means. This is probably a legality stating. Now here at Diagnosis Balance, you have serial number Ray type 91108. 118. Not sure what any of that means. It could be Ray, of course. That's fairly odd. So it's a Malcolm Ray type unit. And it does appear, turn to the side here a wee bit, it does have some sort of electrical panels and amps there. It's a very beautiful unit. I mean, I like the setup of this. It's unusual that you have your dials kind of sitting in front of you. It's a neat little scientific cabinet they're using here. And of course, this is a wood cabinet that's been actually painted gray. It has a, you probably see how this is a later model. This is plastic. Not sure when this was made. This could be the... From what it looks like, this could be the 60s, 50s. I mean, it's very hard to say with this stuff. It's got different on and off switches for different panels. And what do we got here? 3, 6, 7, 8, 16 dials. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. So it's 24 dials. These seem to be three different banks. And you dial these in by themselves. So that's an odd 8 dials again per bank. Kind of odd. I don't know what that means in terms of dialing. They have really kind of nice dials. Let's get into this and look at it closely. Again, unusual. This is called a 44 base unit, by the way, because the controls go to 44. Most likely this was a manufactured with or used by Delaware, maybe Malcolm Ray, but they all are 44 base units. See, all the dials go to end in 44. So that's another unique Malcolm Ray understanding. And it had these clear dials on the top with the printing underneath. They still move very well. I love well-made stuff. It's such a pleasure to look at this stuff compared to a lot of the crap out there, like some bozo who puts it in a in a craft box and charges you $200 to $300 for it. He gets it at Michael's for $2. You have this kind of brass. This is actually brass, but most likely this had a rubber little covering on it, similar to a stretched rubber glove. Most likely that was on it. But it's interesting to see that this is actually brass. It's not copper, and that's your rubbing plate. You have your projection potency. Again, this is your power dial. How much energy do you want to send out? Very interesting. Balance dial. This is a diagnosis balance. Again, on and off. You have these little on and off. You can hear that click. Here's a timer. And here's your witness. Again, most people like to use these, I don't know if that's chrome or stainless steel witness plates. Stainless steel is mostly nickel, by the way, people, whatever that means. I prefer to use the more precious metals, the coppers. Here's your balance dial, your project dial. Really a beautiful instrument. As usual, people, those that want to know how all this works will need to be a Patreon All Access member. And when we're able to take the time out, we'll show you exactly how this works and go over it. But what a beauty this is. This is just a work of art. Anyone who's into vintage electronics, particularly radionic equipment, should marvel at the beauty of this, how well it's made, the time that went into it. So you just got to love this stuff if you're a radionic subtle energy physicist. I mean, this is the core of manifesting in the world, changing the reality, using subtle energies to balance people. So the bottom line is that you can balance people, you can do so many other things with that. You can save people's lives by taking their subtle energies and correcting any things that may be affecting them on the mental, spiritual, and even affecting the physical through the non-physical, which is what this is all about. So, I mean, a lot of time and energy went into this to make these things, make the custom cabinets, put this all together. And what a unique, beautiful instrument this is. It's just something to marvel at. It's like people who collect cars and say how wonderful the body looks of an old Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and you put the engineering and the beauty into it. Well, I see no difference here. This is a marvel of construction and mastery, and we should honor this. And this is the beginnings of changing the reality. Now, unfortunately, because of lack of support and corruption, this entire field has been suppressed and continues to be suppressed as basically Satanists and mobsters have taken over radionics. It's really sad, but there is still hope for those that are smart enough and can put a tiny bit of money monthly into supporting IGOS. All of that is part and parcel of what's going on here. So, all access membership, Patreon membership, is peanuts. If you can't afford $8 a month, you're part of the problem, not the solution.